The upcoming collapse of America will be a beautiful thing, and it will be ushered in by none other than Donald J. Trump and his America First administration. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Now, I know that a lot of you American patriots get really mad at me when I bash on America, because you look at me and you say, well, you're an American. Shouldn't you be proud of your country? Shouldn't you be a patriotic American? Well, I would have been a patriotic American maybe 30 or 40 years ago, when America was a more united, homogenous, much less degenerate country. But America is something totally different than what patriotic Americans imagine it to be. The average American patriot is somebody that imagines America as the country that it was in the 1950s. Homogenous, conservative, on top of the world because we won World War II. That's the America that I think people envision when they feel a sense of patriotism. And the sad truth is that America does not exist anymore. That America is dead. You live in a new America that is entirely divided and will fundamentally not work in the long run, because we have no sense of unity and we have nothing that truly binds us together anymore. But I'm not going to go into that right now because I don't want to trigger you too much. But America has changed, and the modern conservative, especially in the Republican Party and especially in the Trump administration, believes we can bring back the old America. It's never coming back. It's dead. It's gone. So America is no longer this, beautiful nation of free markets and Christian values. It's a new nation that only looks out for its self-interest, is internally divided, and is overwhelmed and conquered by rampant capitalism. Now, what really opened my eyes to the true state and actually the evil that has taken over America is becoming a finance YouTuber. Now, I was always patriotic. I joined the army, hooah hooah, clap your hands, stomp your feet. I'm a brave hero defending freedom. But once I went on YouTube, I noticed that there were a lot of rampant scammers and scumbags that literally don't care about anybody else. They only care about their self-interest. They only want to take. And they will lie, they will cheat, they will threaten, they will scam, they will manipulate, they will do whatever they can to enrich themselves. And as I, learned more and more about, YouTube in general and the finance industry in general, I was also briefly a financial advisor. Horrible, grifting, disgusting experience. I kind of figured out that this whole scam at any cost mentality and screw your fellow American, that's endemic to the United States. That is the American way. The American way is to take what's yours and damn anybody else that gets hurt. And if you dispute what I'm saying, just look at who's most popular on YouTube in the finance industry. Look at everybody that's famous. Most of them are scammers and frauds and liars and manipulators. And they're worshipped by Americans as heroes because the American psyche loves wealth. It worships wealth. It's pure degeneracy. Okay? So America and the government that's running it now kind of has that same mentality where they look at the rest of the world and they think, well, we're the best and everybody else sucks. We're the beacon of freedom, but really we're the beacon of grifting. And we're going to do whatever we want and threaten and abuse all of our enemies and our former allies to get what we want, to take what we want. We're going to make America great again by stopping unfair trade practices, blah, blah, blah. So you see this manifest in Trump's actions where he's not just going after China, but he's really not going after China that hard, which is hilarious to me. But he's going after our allies. Because the average Amerifat and the American soul only cares about itself. Trump is the manifestation of America and what it's become. And he will threaten tariffs and screw people over and talk trash and threaten to annex Canada and mock our allies and go after the EU and do whatever he's got to do to get what he thinks is his, and by his, America, okay? That's the whole disgusting grifting mentality that has captured the U.S. government. So if you look around the world, you see all these people like, they're reacting in shock, like, what has happened to America? You know, America used to be like the guarantor of international trade and world peace. We were kind of the world's policemen. And, you know, we didn't really like strong arm our allies and make them do things. Well, I mean, I'm sure we did a little bit, but now it's really blatant and in your face, and it's highly aggressive, and it shows insane arrogance. And you have people like Elon Musk who are in the government, you know, a special government employee, mocking world leaders. So what I see is a country that is basically destroying all the goodwill and the, you know, its status as a great superpower that's friendly and, you know, overall fair. And they're absolutely torching that goodwill with not just our enemies, but with our allies. So when you look at the world in general, Americans think they are the center of the world. If they think if Trump does something, the rest of the world must obey. Whatever America does, the rest of the world has to follow, because we're the kings. We're the boss. What do we have, like 4% of the world's population? It's kind of a joke, okay? Because the world is a lot bigger than just America. And a lot of greaseball fat American morons don't understand this. They think America is it. There's nothing else but America. And this mentality is being reflected in the Trump administration as well. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to torch all the goodwill we have with our allies. And I think we're going to potentially unite the world against the United States. And I think this will usher in the utter collapse of the United States. Now, I don't think America is going to zero. Okay, I think America will be around. I think it'll be a decently powerful country. But I really believe that we're in a transition period where the American empire is coming to an end and where American dominance in the globe is coming to an end. Because overall, we're just a disgusting country. We have no unity. We don't have anything in common anymore with our fellow American. We only care about screwing them over. We worship con men and scammers. We glorify cryptocurrency, which is the most obvious scam in the freaking world. We have rampant, disgusting capitalism where the interests of the government or the interest of the, you know, the capitalist class are prioritized over everybody else. And we export the most degenerate, disgusting culture around the world. American culture is basically just, you know, degeneracy. I don't want to get into too many details, but it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So I think we're in a transition period. I think the might of America is going to severely diminish over the next couple of years and over the next decades. And America, frankly, deserves it. It does, because we're not a good country anymore. We are an evil, disgusting country. And if you dispute this, just go look at the grifters. That is the American way. We deserve a catastrophe, a financial catastrophe. And I honestly think, you know, if our stock market implodes and our economy implodes and we go through massive austerity because our government can't just issue bonds into infinity and run massive deficits and have a GDP higher, a debt to GDP higher than it was during World War II. Like, when all that happens, I think Americans will be humbled, severely humbled. And I think in the long run, that might actually help Americans become better people, because a good humbling event, you know, getting too big for your britches is not a good thing. And getting knocked down and humbled a little bit will actually make you better in the long run. So I'm not calling for the death of America, but what I am calling for is or hoping happens, is some kind of financial catastrophe where we get knocked down and, you know, get knocked off our high horse. And after that happens, I think America will be a better place in the long run. But there'll be some pain in the short term, okay? Save cash, buy VT. Anyway, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Do you think I'm just like this anti-American Chinese plant and I'm just echoing talking points of the CCP? Or do you think what I'm saying is actually has some elements of truth in it? Do you think America is a disgusting, hyper-capitalist dystopia? Or do you think we're still the land of freedom and opportunity, especially with Trump in the White House being an arrogant freaking prick? Anyway, check out the pinned comment, book a free tax consultation. I am a certified public accountant. I will do your business and or personal taxes any state in the United States. You can talk to me for free. I'll give you an upfront quote, and I will prepare your 2024 business and or personal taxes. Have a wonderful, delicious Chipotle day.